This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
It's Thursday, October 29th, and time for the Barbados Today afternoon update. I'm Fernella Woodbourne. Thanks for joining us. The island's emergency services are on alert as officials at the Barbados National Oil Company try to control a gas leak at the Woodbourne St. Philip site. Technical manager of the BNOC, Mervyn Gordon, tells Barbados Today that at this stage residents have not been evacuated, but the company was liaising with all emergency services on the matter. Gordon says he's hoping to have the leak, which is coming from an oil well, under control sometime today. Following yesterday's leak, police cordoned off the roads in the area to traffic, but it was reopened around 3 this morning.
The situation is that we have a well that was damaged. It is issuing gas into the atmosphere. We are currently working towards trying to effect the control of that well, and at the moment I was just about to head out to the well, so I can't be on the phone for too long. We hopefully will have that control done sometime today. No, there isn't any evacuation plan at this point in time. All of the emergency services have been liaising with us, etc., and that is the position at this point in time.
Flights in and out of Grantley Adams International Airport are expected to experience some turbulence today as air traffic controllers remain off the job. Our Emmanuel Joseph has that story.
Deputy General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Dwayne Paul, told Barbados Today, while he could not disclose the real reason for the action at this stage, he admitted that operations at the airport were dislocated last night when all air traffic controllers, including senior management staff, walked off the job. Paul said this resulted in significant delays in flights, and he expects this to continue today. However, he admitted there would be some coverage by air traffic controllers. While again he was not specific, he said the action by the air traffic controllers preserved the civil aviation industry in Barbados and helped the country to continue being recognized for adhering to international standards. He said the matter was now before the Minister of International Transport, Richard Seeley, and a meeting is scheduled for this evening to address what he described as a lapse at the airport last night. Director of Civil Aviation Kingsley Nelson was not available, and Minister Seeley is at Cabinet. Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
Thanks, Emmanuel. In other news, a 24-year-old St. Michael man is this country's latest road fatality. Suleiman Ekleveya of George Street in Belleville died instantly in the wee hours of this morning when he struck a barrier along the westbound lanes of the Barrow section of the ABC highway after he reportedly lost control of the motorcycle he was driving. The accident occurred around 5 minutes to 1. Police investigations continue. Students of the nursing fraternity turned out last night in their numbers to remember and reflect on the life of Shamika Shepherd, who lost her life in a tragic accident last Sunday morning. The students and some tutors gathered at the campus south gate on Tomal Hill, a stone's throw away from where Shamika lost her life, and sang hymns as they reflected on her life. The vigil then traveled through the campus with the grouping singing hymns along the way before coming to a stop at the nursing faculty. The Vice President of Pensions at Sagicor Life Inc. has painted a bleak picture of the pensions industry. In fact, Stephen Robinson is warning that the state-run national insurance scheme could be challenged to meet its pension obligations in another 40 years if it continues on its current path. He told the October luncheon of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry at the Hilton yesterday that while there is no need to panic, officials should take appropriate action to ensure that financial stability of the scheme keeps going.
Pension fund investments, we expect growth. They're going to continue to grow. As you see, the need for retirement savings is still there. The NIS will be challenged to contribute to pensions in the future, not too distant future. The NIS funds, if nothing changes, they're projected to run over 2056. If there is an adverse scenario, that goes on to 2045. So, I mean, many of us in here are still going to be alive at that time. So this is a critical concern for us, and we need to continue to watch what is happening with the decisions on the national insurance, and also make sure that we protect ourselves by continuing to save.
Also addressing the BCCI's monthly luncheon was Central Bank Governor Dr. Delyle Worrell, who said Barbados has the capacity of attaining a 5% growth rate annually, but he says that can only occur if plans and projects currently being implemented or under serious discussions in several sectors come to fruition. Dr. Worrell told private sector executives they had the resources and talent to put the country on a path of greater prosperity.
That path does involve some tough challenges. In too many areas, we are not up to speed with the finest services and products that are on offer in the industrialized world. And outmoded and inefficient processes will need to be discarded. Our own collective decisions on the timing of these inevitable changes will determine the extent of our economic success and the speed with which we are able to improve the livelihoods of all our people. Faster growth increases the size of the pie to be shared among everyone, and that must be our focus.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, investigators in Trinidad and Tobago are probing the circumstances where a severed head was found in a dumpster by sanitation workers in Port of Spain yesterday. They believe that the head belongs to a male body which was found in an abandoned car hours later. More in this TV6 News report.
Early morning garbage collection for workers of the Port of Spain City Corporation was anything but routine this morning when they discovered what appeared to be a human head in a garbage bag near the corner of Paul Mall Street and Quarry Street on the eastern outskirts of Port of Spain just before 6 a.m. Investigators were later alerted to the macabre discovery and cordoned off the area as curious children on their way to school tried to grab a glimpse. The head was later removed and taken to the Forensic Science Center. TV6 News was reliably informed that officers acting on information went to the Betham dump in search of the body, but they turned up empty-handed. In what seemed at first an unconnected incident, some 5 hours later police were called to the corner of Duncan and Prince Streets, where this BMW had been parked. The vehicle bore no number plates and seemed to have been hit from the side. Residents say that the car has been here since Monday, parked along Duncan Street near the Super Hardware. Police officers visited the area several times asking if anyone knew who the owner was. But it was only around midday today that police officers discovered a body in the trunk of the vehicle. Investigators say the male body was wrapped in a blue tarpaulin and stuffed in the car's trunk. They believe the head found earlier was hacked off from this body.
Internationally, Chinese couples will now be allowed to have 2 children. According to reports, the Communist Party has decided to end its decades-long one-child policy, which is estimated to have prevented about 400 million births. However, concerns at China's aging population led to pressure for the change.
The county of Rudong has been emptied of its children quicker than anywhere else in China. And as it grows old, it now stands as a stark warning about the disastrous economic consequences of the one-child policy. There have been changes. The number of exceptions to the rule have increased, but so far China's national leaders have stubbornly stuck to it.
China's population obsession can be traced back to Chairman Mao, becoming national policy after his death. But critics say even a 2-child policy won't boost the birth rate enough. And for women who want more than 2, of course, it won't end the brutal control of their fertility.
And that's news, but there's more on our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook as well. You can also catch us on Isumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and to Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.